Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name's Tina, and I'm going to be doing a reading for Virgo. And we're asking about the next 3 months. Like, what's going to be going on for Virgo? September, October, November. What I've been asking is, like, what's the theme? What's the general thing going on? That's what we'll ask for first. What's the general thing going on? Angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, archangels, ascended masters, and all that is coming from love and light. Thank you so much. What is the main theme of Virgo's next 3 months? Communication, compromise, maybe forgiving, working it out with someone. Tell me what is their challenge? An air sign. Can you clarify that? A vacation. You will be traveling soon. Okay, so there's a challenge of going somewhere, traveling. Maybe you're going with an air sign. We'll clarify just to see what the heck it's talking about here. Let's see. Let's clarify the communicate card. This is about compromising, forgiving, working it out. Strength card is coming out, so it's telling me you could need to, like, hold back. You know, the strength card is sometimes about holding yourself back from saying or doing something that maybe you'd regret later, you know. Yeah, so, like, you could be dealing with holding your composure, being authentic, being your authentic self with the Queen of Pentacles here. This is about, like, dignity. You know what I mean? It kind of, that's what it's making me feel like. So it looks like there's something, you know, there's something coming in where you're working something out with someone, you know, could be an Aquarius, could be a Leo. Tell me what's going on here for Virgo. Okay. Okay, so it looks like you have some kind of, choices that you have to make. Maybe you've been a little bit confused about someone in your life. I feel like what's happening is maybe harmony being restored here. So I don't know. Like this, it looks to me like two feminine energy. So I'm wondering, is it like a sibling, a best friend, something like that? Why the Seven of Cups? Why is the Seven of Cups here, Spirit? Because this is kind of a do or die time right now. You know what I mean? Like this decision you're making, I mean, you're definitely going to have to like have dignity and grace when you do it, right? With the Empress here. This is about love. This is about nurturing. This could be about like a family member, someone very close. It could be about one of your children, even. Virgo, I'm not sure. But I feel like there's some kind of decision that you have to make. And what you want to do is restore happiness in the situation. And I feel like you're trying to rise above, rise above. I mean, that's what the one thing that you kind of want to do is like, what I mean by that is maybe like, you don't want to lower your standards here. You know what I mean? You want to gain your composure and save it. But I feel like there's something that's got to end. It's probably a cycle of some kind, right? There's some kind of forgiveness that needs to be given or received or something. I feel like there's an energy here saying there's a stall in maybe a family dynamic, because you've got a ton of people here. I mean, I'm seeing like, a king and queen of pentacles. So could be talking about a couple, right? I'm seeing the Empress. Maybe it's somebody's mom, right? And then I'm seeing like this Queen of Wands just out of nowhere. Like, who is she, right? Hey, Tim, how do you like my new cards? I have this really cool subscriber who bought me these new Green Witch cards, and they're pretty cool. Thank you, Tim. So communicate. So you're going to have to communicate an ending, and you're going to have to rise above the bullshit. You know what I mean? But you got to end some sort of a cycle. You know what I mean? I feel like I kind of want like a different deck to explain the cycle. Maybe this yin yang card. Sometimes these give like more pointed, like direct answers. I love them too. I forgot how good it was to have a brand new deck of cards. They shuffle so nice. I've been having kind of a lot of fun using them this week. Okay, let's check on what the cycle is ending. Tell me what's stopping right this minute. That's kind of a lot of cards, but I feel like maybe they're all here for a reason, I feel like there's some kind of deception here, and I feel like somebody wants to like fix it. I feel like somebody's even being called to do it, right? To bring stability back into the situation. Like I said, like this feels like a family to me, you guys, a family. If it's not, then it's probably a group of friends, right? And maybe there was a falling out or something. I don't know. But I feel like there's this change of energy here. And I feel like maybe you figured out maybe somebody wasn't telling the truth or something like that, right? But I feel like your higher self is contacting you probably through dreams about this situation, you know? Like, so if it's a partner, then I mean, I guess take it as it resonates there, but I feel like this is about a family dynamic, a family cycle. Maybe it's of just being deceptive, you know? Maybe not speaking your truth, maybe, I don't know, but it's just saying there's deception and then the fire energy. So it could be talking about maybe like there's like this could be like a couple where there's someone in the way, this Queen of Wands, right? And maybe that's being exposed or whatever. But I feel like, this is a Wheel of Fortune moment. And I feel like whatever you're guided to do here about this communication, whether it's compromise with these people, forgive these people, or work this out, or just simply react differently this time, right? Maybe like instead of responding to like some kind of news or whatever, maybe you think about it for a minute and see exactly like what's the lesson in this, right? um I feel like it's time also right here for you to do what's best for you. The self card is here, and I feel like you're being guided to like love yourself. So if you are feeling this urge, like, I don't even know, like, it might be to like take up jogging. I don't even know, like whatever. It's just like, I feel like you're having this pull. Your higher self is trying to change something inside of you, your vibration, your perspective, for sure. Perspective about maybe what is even going on here, right? Because there's deception all over the place. And I just feel like, you know the hard, what's gonna come about is a conversation. And I kind of want to clarify this Hanged Man, because like this is about getting a whole new perspective on a situation. So let's see what the new perspective looks like for Virgo. I think my moon's in Gemini. My moon's in Gemini. Okay, so what you're doing in the Hanged Man here. So maybe there's been some kind of stuck energy around this situation, if it's resonating for you, right? Like there's some communication issues going on, and I feel like you're trying to figure out what's the best way to handle this. Like this cycle needs to stop, right? And your higher self is guiding you to do a few things, like this self care thing. So, like I said, you guys could feel like, you need to start doing this or that, like health wise, even, right? Anyway, so the other thing that this is what the Hanged Man is showing you a new perspective on being grateful and staying in the moment, and how that can shift your perspective, like because here you are like actually feeling very free, feeling very excited. This is Uranus energy. It's new opportunities. It's the Fool card, kind of, it's like new direction, new life, new me, right? And I feel like, I don't know, Jupiter's here, and it's talking about like having a new beginning and having the courage to actually do it, to take that leap of faith. Do you trust in yourself? And Spirit is saying, like, I mean, whatever this is, it starts out with being grateful for what you have, you know, and then it kind of like spirals from there. Like your energy just starts to change, and then your whole your whole plan is changing. And what's happening is like it's this that's reframing in that Hangman card. It's this fragmented, rejected, lost card. And I feel like what you're doing is like you're not living in that minute anymore. Like your higher self is guiding you to live in the present and to notice the beautiful things around you instead of focusing on this rejection, this loss, this fragmented feeling. And they're saying like, yeah, it's really time to like love on yourself, you know. And I feel like, you know, I feel like honestly, there's a lot going on for you, Virgo, spiritually. I feel like there's a body mind soul kind of alignment thing going on here, and the truth being told about something. It's this. It's whatever made you feel this way. This is a bad pain. This rejection, loss, fragmented card. This is something that really, really changes who you fucking are. And I see it happening, you know, like you are changing on a cellular level, you know, like your memories are reframing. The way you feel about your life, your childhood, everything. I feel like your higher self is showing you the purpose behind each thing, and you're connecting the dots about your life, and it's making a lot of sense. And then I think that just keeps propelling you forward. Okay, so your your challenge over here is a vacation. Your challenge is to actually travel something. I mean, there's an air sign here too, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. um Hi, Bill. How's it going? Okay, so let's clarify this with tarot and just see what comes out. If we can get like a more clear thing, like I don't understand why it would be a challenge for you to go to travel unless you don't have the money or something. Clarify first of all, why is the air sign card here? What is this? Tell me about the air sign card. Okay. Oh. This is wow. Okay. This air sign is somebody who hurt you. It's somebody that you feel like you lost an opportunity with. Maybe you haven't talked to them in a long time, but I feel like you love them, you know, but you had this kind of like deep hurt, like something happened and I don't know what happened, you know, whether they hurt you or something else hurt you and it, you know, distracted you maybe from the relationship. So this is your challenge, is this person. Like, so I don't know if this is like, it's you, maybe you overthinking it. Like, well, maybe like, oh, maybe I was too harsh with this thing. Something like that. Tell me about why this is in your challenge, the vacation. Why is the challenge the vacation? So it looks like you're overthinking a certain relationship that's tied up to some kind of event that really broke your heart, like it changed you, rocked your world, hardcore. The vacation is okay. So Two of Wands. This is about choosing yourself. What's best for me? You know, so this is why it's a challenge because you are having a hard time putting yourself first here. But like over here, it's saying like there's some kind of self love going on over here. So if your higher self is saying invest in yourself and go on this, whatever it is, you know, it's maybe it's a spiritual retreat, maybe it's, you know, going home to see old family. I don't know. It could be Four of Wands. Or is it perhaps this person that you feel like you missed an opportunity with? Because it's definitely like pretty similar. Maybe I feel like, okay. Okay, so all of this looks like it could be even connected, right? Because it looks to me like what's happening to you is you're processing some shit that happened in your life. And I feel like it is about your home. It's about how you process what love is and how it made you feel. And I feel like it made you feel very lonely and alone. And I feel like maybe, you know, you weren't greeted with warmth as a child. And I feel like you have a skewed view of love. Um, And that's this part. And so that's what I'm feeling like. It's a challenge here. This is a challenge. And maybe it is an air sign because there's a Queen of Swords right here, you know? So maybe it could be like a mother figure, a sister, a wife, I don't know. And I guess it doesn't really have to be a woman. It's just, I'm looking at feminine energy here. But I feel like there was a lot of pain here and a lot of like something happened and it just ended, right? Somebody cut it out. And like what's interesting is like there's a king and queen of swords here. And so I feel like maybe this is what you're processing over here and like the truth about everything you thought you knew about your life, right? And you're getting kind of like some kind of downloads from your higher self, maybe about the reasons, maybe, you hear it on an astrology reading or something like that. But you're connecting the dots to like your soul purpose and your soul plan and how everybody kind of fit in to the mix. And I feel like over here, what you're doing is you're realizing something, like all that. Maybe you're realizing um, that you felt ignored. Maybe you feel like when you were a kid, you weren't valued at all, and nobody really ever really wanted to work with you. You know what I mean? And I feel like this King of Swords card is really about truth. So maybe the challenge is owning the truth. This doesn't even have to be about a lover. This looks more, it looks deeper than that. It looks like mom and dad. It looks like brothers and sisters. It looks like, a life filled with disappointment and sadness for you. And I feel like what's happening over the next 3 months is your higher self is giving you the answers to these things, the truth to these things, you know, because it's really time for alignment, like it's all of us. And so I feel like, is it worth it to invest in yourself? Is the question, like, even if it's about traveling to see these people, are you saying to yourself, I can't really afford it? Are you trying to not do something? Because I feel like something is destined to happen here. The wheel's not here, but, well, it is over here. But like, I feel like it's all about fours, which is about your family. It's about your foundation. It's about, what made you, you, all of it, the truth of it. And I think that's why it's the challenge, is because this is big, big truths coming in here. You know what I mean? And you do need your strength. That is the first card out. You're gonna have to really have a lot of strength to hear this truth. Now, I feel like a lot of this strength is coming from like, this is you trying to tell your higher self that you're ready to hear the truth. You know what I mean? Like, this is you being strong enough to take it, because these are big truths. You're going to have to rearrange some things. You know what I mean? Just some thought patterns. And it's going to make you go from a victim to a very successful ruler of your own life, you know? So, wow. Truth is coming out. And the big thing is, do you have the guts to invest in yourself here? Because your stability, like inside of yourself, is kind of hinged on it. You know what I mean? It's this kind of like, it's whatever happened to you that just kind of broke you open. And you've been like in this like quiet, in your own little world kind of thing. And I think that's where you're getting all the downloads. I know sometimes being in this kind of energy, which is you, Virgo. But I know being in this energy can feel very lonely and isolating. But I want you to know that I can see that your higher self is working with you on reframing the way you look at you. I mean, your higher self wants you to know, like, I appreciate every single thing that you've been through, and here's the truth. And I don't know how, but like it's saying like dreams and visions or something like that, right? So whatever, you have to do to contact your higher self, just, I feel like, just get in the receiving position. Be ready to receive the information, unless you're not. But I feel like you wouldn't be watching this if you weren't ready. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you got incoming healing, life changing information coming in. Like, you're not going to look at anybody the same anymore. And I think that a lot of times when that stuff starts happening to us, it's pretty exciting. And I feel like you're gonna want to share this on a face-to-face thing. And it isn't even like, I don't know that you're gonna go there and say I forgive you, but I bet you go there and you look at them completely different. Like, let's say there was a mom that was abusive, and then you figure out like that was part of your plan and why, and where you are now because of it. If you would have had completely 100%, love and light your whole growing up years, you wouldn't be who you are now. You wouldn't really know hardly anything, really. Look at all the stuff you've learned. That's what's happening here. And I feel like you're going to see where all the puzzles pieces are starting to fit for you, and your life starts to make sense. And I think the important part of that, it's the struggle stuff, the stuff that keeps you up all night, this heartbreak that's still there. If you can understand your soul path and like where you are now, where you were then, and where you're going, and like wrap your head around all of those, connecting the dots, I feel like you can't do anything but just like melt into yourself, like with the honesty, with these, it's telling me you just have a whole bunch of truth coming in here about love, about your life, about circumstances beyond your control. So it seems, right? You might be even like getting downloads like, someone that hurt you really bad, but like in spirit, like you see it so clear, like you love each other. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know what'll happen for you, Virgo, but I feel like something's really coming together for you. Truth is setting you free. Your higher self, like the knowledge that that higher self is there and how powerful it is like, it's the big thing, but it's this feeling underneath. It's this rejection and loss feeling, fragmented feeling that I think like you just lived with, you know, and you do build your life on top of it, on top of what you know. And so I think that a lot of the things that you're learning are going to explain a lot of things. And then it's almost like you change timelines because you know the truth about it. So then you go in another direction. Let's see what that direction might look like, should we? Let's do it. Spirits, angels, guides. Let's do a Akashic card, though. Like, I want to know, like, after all this is said and done, I see the giant awakening here, like the whole enchilada. Tell me, what does this new reality look like for them, for this group of people, this family, this whatever it is that's been rough for them, these people that haven't valued them, or they felt that way. What are they, what's next in this relationship or whatever it is. Family. I feel like it's a family. Okay. It's going to cause, like, I feel like you're going to have to really trust your higher self, but that's really what this is all about. And I think, like, the truths that are coming in, I feel like they're going to be so big that you can't help but know that it's the truth. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they will. I don't know, you'll be guided to see something or hear something, or you'll have a dream. But it's really, it's about blind faith. It's about jumping. It's about listening to those messages that are coming in, through the chakra system, through your meditations, through your dreams, through picking up a book, opening it up, and finding the answer. You know what I mean? Like, you have that going on all around you. You see how that angel is like guiding that girl to read a certain passage or a certain phrase or something like that, right? And then in the background, you've got, like, I don't know, like an old grandpa. You've got all kinds of like entities, beings from other realms that are on your spirit squad. Every one of them showing up, showing you something different. I don't know if you connect with fairies, but there's definitely a couple of them here in this card. I also see like a grandmother, definitely an angel. She's kind of young. She has blonde hair. And it looks like that angel is showing something specific for you to read, like, and then you have someone else even bringing more books. You know what I mean? Like, they're bringing in knowledge to you. And I guess you have to, like, figure out if you believe in that or not. And I think that, honestly, Virgo, I think this can be like a challenge. It can. And I feel like it's a challenge, and then you wonder if you're just driving yourself crazy and making it up, right? Like, am I just like making this shit up, or is this real? And somewhere along the way, you put that out into the universe. Like, I think I have this figured out, but am I just making it up, or can I really hear you? And it's like kind of up to you what you want to believe. It really is. But I feel like, there are some of you who are getting like really big gifts. I see the number 22 here, so I'm wondering if someone has a 22 life path. But what I see bigger than anything is the balance that's being restored inside of you. And so that's what's coming up, like, after, like, you get all these messages. You're going to continue to get them, but you're going to really struggle. Am I going crazy? Or is this really happening? I'm having a really hard time even saying these words. My throat feels like, I don't even know, like it, I don't know if you guys are getting all like choked up about something. I don't know, but I'm feeling it. Maybe you're having a hard time speaking this, or maybe when you come to this place where I say, you're not crazy. You have to believe in yourself. And I mean, it's clear up here of this too, right? You have to believe in the messages. You have to believe that whatever you're being guided to do is the right thing. And that's kind of like still up in the air, Spirit says. That's still up in the air, whether you're going to believe what you're seeing, what you're feeling, what you're hearing. Spiritual gifts are beautiful, but I know that some people are afraid of them. But I feel like that's what's coming in here, like, hands down. These are direct messages, and it's not just one. You know what I mean? Like, these are ancestors, these are angels, these are fairies. And so I don't know. I feel like you're tapping into more than one realm, and I feel like just be careful that you don't feel like I don't know. I feel like since you're seeing the video, maybe you'll just be ready for it. That's kind of what I want to say to you. It's just like, can you be ready for this? Maybe that's why it's a challenge, you know? Like when this opportunity comes in, like, are you gonna believe in it? Are you gonna believe in your higher self, your soul? Because that's who's exposing themselves to you too, your own soul, and the truth of the path that it shows. So I don't know what's happening with that, but I feel like you're gonna have some understanding, and then where you go with it, are you gonna go or not? You know, that's up to you. Because Virgo, I know that you have a hard time leaving and stuff. You know what I mean? My son was a Virgo, and that guy didn't believe in anything. I mean, he just didn't. He even saw stuff sometimes, and he just still didn't know if he even believed himself. You know, like he's like, no, he needed like science proof or something like that. And I know that like that's how you guys are. You're big thinkers, and you're like trying to think your way through this thing, right? You're seeing these or hearing these, and you're thinking you're through it, and your logical scared, or your logical mind, the way it thinks is like, there's no sense to this, like this doesn't make sense to me, right? um but yeah, I feel like um you have to decide if you want to listen to those nudges. It's entirely in your chakra system, you know. That's how spirit gets a hold of you. So um yeah, so that's what I have. I wonder if we should get some advice. Should we? Let's do it. Can you give me some advice for Virgo spirit for the next 3 months, please? Okay. Yeah. So it's saying like it's time to like gain your balance. Like the Two of Pentacles is here, and sometimes I feel like that's your body and your soul, like kind of having to struggle, like, and you're trying to find the balance. Like, you know, do I listen to my inner spirit, or do I listen to my mind that's scared and feeling like I'm not valuable and stuff? Who do I listen to here? And spirit is saying like, you know, work on your relationship with your sixth sense. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like the same message that we're getting here. Like this is what's happening, you know, Virgo. You're getting messages and it's coming in, and I think it's going to light up your world. I do. I think it's going to make you excited, you know. I mean, it's wand energy, so I feel like it's putting you on a new path, and it's exciting, and you're loving your life, learning new things. I feel like in Ten of Pentacles is even here. So it seems like, you know, like you're restoring that balance inside of your family because of what's going on here. So be ready for those messages and believe in what you're seeing, hearing, and dreaming about. You know, that stuff doesn't happen for no reason. You know, every single one of us is connected in to that God energy, you know. So anytime that energy wants information to come to a person, it gets here, you know. And it's through our sixth sense. It's through our chakra system. So I feel like just be ready, you know, be ready. This shit is going on. So I'm not gonna do a extended because I mean this is just all about spirit. So I love you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it helps somehow. Have a great night.